Welcome, everybody, to something brand new and historic. The 12-team college football playoff is here. And an exciting new wrinkle, these first-round games are on campus in front of hyped-up and partisan crowds. Two teams battling for the right to move on to the quarterfinals. And our matchup tonight sets up a potential Cinderella story. The last team to qualify for this 12-team playoff on the road against a team that likely believes it should be resting and watching this first-round game on TV. This is a dangerous spot for the home team and a chance for the underdog to spring an upset and move on to the quarterfinals. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. We thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. So Alabama's will get the first crack on offense today. And here he comes, the quarterback. All eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team
cannot escape that ferocious pass rush. It's a sack.
Well, this is exactly how you can slow down the momentum and a rhythm of an offense. You got to get some tackles for a loss and some sacks. This time, they come up with a sack by getting after that quarterback.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Again, he's just trapped and sacked in the pocket.
Just outstanding combination of quickness and strength here by this Michigan defensive lineman. Makes me think of Aiden Hutchinson, who, of course, played here recently. Going back to guys like Rashawn Gary, Lamar Woodley, Frank Clark. Great tradition of Michigan defensive linemen on full display right now.
He's looking deep here. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama. This offense comes out, immediately gets points on the board. Welcome to the playoff.
Man, that's coming out on the field with a purpose. Look, it's playoff time. Everything you prepare for is earned here and now. And that opening drive was the fruits of that preparation.
Bringing it out. It's Stewart. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. So Michigan's offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
Takes the handoff and tests the left side. The gain is 2 yards, so it's 2nd and 8.
Well, the defense coordinator this week always telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Makes the grab. It's Edwards. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, holding just to 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Talk about quickness. That play is absolutely blown up in no time.
Chris, I don't know if that's a misassignment by the offensive lineman or just really good instincts there by the defender, but that play is blown up right at the snap.
That's reeled in. It's Morris. They make short of the marker. It's going to be 4th down and inches to go. So hang on here. We've got a timeout as the coach wants the officials to take another look. He thinks he might have a shot at getting this overturned. So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. So here we go. They're going to go for it on 4th and inches in their own territory. To throw, it's Warren. Complete to the running back. Can he get first down yardage? It's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on fourth down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Stop after a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9. Offense showing a bunch formation now. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. It's a quick grab. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Quarterback operating an empty set. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
It has been a tough first half in this playoff game for this offense. They cannot get anything going through the air. Not only are they down the scoreboard, but there's really nothing to build around as we get ready to go into the second half.
The Wolverines will come to the line on 4th down, hoping to keep this drive going. Snags the quick throw. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Oh, my gosh. The defense does their job. That ball is thrown short of the first down. They've got to rally to the ball and not let him have that kind of effort to pick up the first down.
Hands off to the left. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I'd love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. He'll hand it off. He's tackled down at the 4-yard line. Defense getting pushed back.
It was a nice job up front by the offensive line, but give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Couldn't quite get there. Brought down at the 2.
The real estate gets tight inside the 10-yard line. I love a play caller who has the ability to either run it or throw it. That puts so much pressure on that defensive coordinator to know how to line up. It's not just a one-dimensional attack.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines. That kind of execution on a long drive, that's why this team made it to the college football playoff.
That's exactly right. Being able to mix in the run with the pass, picking up first downs, and eventually coming up with the touchdown. That is a tough thing to do, and they made it look easy.
And they're able to tack on the extra point. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. They'll start from the 25. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or the defense come up with a stop? Send the back in motion. First play of the drive, they look to the right. Stop right there at the line. No gain.
I can see what the quarterback's trying to do here, Chris, and he gets the completion, but just no gain. There's just no room to go after the catch.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Linebackers making some adjustments now. Looking for a gap. It's Young. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss. Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Clock is running last minute in a very entertaining first quarter of play. Defense showing blitz here. Back to throw. It's Milroe. Testing the defense with a throw downfield. Catch made all the way down inside the 35. Alabama comes up with the line quickly.
A nice throw and a great catch by another Alabama wide receivers. That's really where we are anymore with Alabama. You just come to expect great receivers like this. You think back in recent years to Amari Cooper.
And he'll loft it to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, that's just textbook right there. Great timing and recognition by the quarterback. Great route by this receiver. He gave a nice stem to the outside before he went to the post. Perfect timing, tough to defend, and an easy touchdown for this offense.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with a PAT. PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team is on the field. See if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. And he's stopped at the 18. Returner trying to make a play, but a touchback would have been a better idea. And the Michigan offense back out on the field. They punched it in the last possession. Can they do it again, or will this defense make some adjustments to get a stop? Here's the handoff. And they'll tackle him about the 23-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
So Alabama will take the lead into the quarter break here. We've reached the end of one in this quest to move one step closer to a national championship. Let's check out the stats so far. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Looking to throw. It's Warren. The quarterback delivers complete to the right side. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a first down.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch. It gets the first down in the process.
Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And there's the handoff. Defense makes the tackle on the ball carrier.
That's a great play all around by this defense. Your first-level defenders hold their own at the point of attack, allowing the second and third-level players to roam free and make the tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Now it's second down here. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking to set up a screen pass here. And the defense stops him short of the marker in that screen. Fourth down coming up.
Well, the defense is getting pressure on the quarterback. They got a little bit fooled here by the screenplay. Nice positive gain for the offense.
Fourth down and 2 in their own territory. Coach shows no hesitation. The offense is on the field. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. And the runner steps out of bounds, but does have enough yardage to pick up the first down.
Man, that's got to be deflating for this defense. They had this offense right where they wanted, and then they come up with a fourth down conversion with that pass.
And the Wolverines pick up enough for a first down here. He'll toss it to the back. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
I tell you, to be able to pick up a nice gain like that, those offensive linemen have to sustain their blocks. Gave them a chance at a really nice gain.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. The Wolverines pick up enough to get a 1st down there.
Of course they're going to pick up the 1st down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Horde. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
The senior quarterback lucky that didn't get picked off.
Chris, it's funny. I think this quarterback underestimated the athletic ability of this linebacker. He sees zone right away. He's thinking he's got some underneath windows and opportunities to get the ball to his skill guys. But this linebacker steps in front of him, makes a heck of a play.
So after the incompletion, it's 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Warren. From the pocket, delivers over the middle. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Boy, Chris, you watch a completion like that, and with the efficiency, it makes you kind of think back to all the quarterbacks and receivers that they've had who made it look this easy. Of course, you start with Tom Brady, but think of the year Brian Griese had in 1997, that national championship year. Chad Henne going back to Elvis Grbac and all the great receivers. So this is within their history, and it's good that they're leaning on it.
And that's good enough for a 1st down.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Oh, nice play by the defender. Got a hand in there to break up the pass.
Just a great play on the ball by the defensive back, getting a hand on it and tipping it up into the air. Boy, anytime you see a tip go up, often that defense is thinking interception. This one falls to the ground. The next tip ball could be going the other way.
And the offense will call a timeout. That's their 2nd of the half.
Timeout, Michigan.
Incomplete, so it's 2nd down and 10. They're going to run it here. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly...
And it's caught! Touchdown, Michigan! Well, this college football playoff game is all tied up here. It's beginning to feel a little bit like a shootout.
Yeah, it is. It's a battle of the offenses. Both these teams right now executing flawlessly, and they're doing so with such high stakes, answering one score with another. Neither team is backing up 1 inch.
Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. Returner looking to make a play here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. Can they keep it going? Looking for a gap. It's Haynes. Runs through a tackle. He's got space here. They bring him down, but a solid run there by the sophomore.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up 1st downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Receiver makes the grab. Defense finally brings him down, but a nice chunk play. That's the 2-minute warning now here in the 1st half.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. And he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Anytime a quarterback and a receiver are in sync, you got a chance to make a very successful play. Great job here by the offense.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Back to pass. It's Milroe. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line for a 3rd and 4. The defense with more pre-snap movement. Oh, the pass is picked off. Going the other way, can they stop him? Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, Chris, he hesitated just enough to give the defense a chance to get in position and come up with a big turnover.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. They scored a touchdown on the last possession. Let's see if this defense has been able to come up with some adjustments and stop him this time. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. And he finally steps out of bounds after a huge gain. It'll be 1st down and goal.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
And the Wolverines come to the line with 1st and goal. It's QB sneak. Touchdown, Wolverines. This offense cannot be stopped.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. Different pre-snap look from the linebackers now. Looking for the wideout. And he's got it. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a 1st down. Completion good for 1st down yardage for this offense. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Short throw to the back, caught behind the line of scrimmage. And the defense smothers him for no gain. They'll crank up the tempo here on 2nd down. The time is running out. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Grab behind the line, it's Haynes. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. There's a wide open receiver, complete. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
Now we're starting to see this offense look like they've looked all year long. Listen, to be able to get to a playoff opportunity, your offense has got to be able to show an ability to hit throws like this on 3rd down. They hit it, they keep the drive alive. Now they have a chance to put points on the board.
And this time the defense is all over the quarterback run. They bring him down short of the marker. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Offense looking to throw the ball. Running out of time in the pocket. Couldn't find anybody open and just has him throw it away. They come to the line, a long way to go for the 1st down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Catch made in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
Perfect timing here by this quarterback. Great read, puts the ball where his man can make a play on it, and they're an extra point away from tying this game up.
And he knocks through the PAT. The PAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. It'd be a surprise if they took a risk here in the final seconds of the first half, backed up near their own end zone. So they start the drive looking for some late fireworks here, less than 30 seconds before halftime. Down he goes, a sack. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout.
Nothing is more gratifying for a defense to be able to sit back and play zone and still get pressure on the quarterback with your defensive front.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. Grab down the middle. It's Morris. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch. Looks like one more play here before halftime. On third down, he drops to throw. There's contact on the throw. And the pass ball is incomplete. No time left in the first half clock. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Thanks, Chris. These games, they never disappoint, regardless the score. And this one was filled with excitement and big plays throughout that first half. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
And the Michigan offense back out on the field.
Chris, let's send things back to you and Kirk for what should be a memorable second half as we eagerly anticipate we'll be moving on to the next round of this college football playoff.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 19. It's a short completion to the big tight end. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
That's a nice completion here by this Michigan offense. And when Michigan is really clicking, you think about over the years, they've been efficient within that passing game, being able to throw the football to complement a very physical running game. Nice play.
Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Second down play coming up. Keeping it on the ground here. The Wolverines look to keep this drive moving.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
The player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. Second down after that run on the previous play. And on the carry, he's heading left. And that's a solid gain for the defense able to bring him down.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up fourth down.
With third down and short, they decide to throw the football, roll the dice a bit, doesn't work out. Now you're at fourth and short. You got to wonder, with this offensive line and this running back, do you run the football to convert, or do they try to go through the air again?
And that game will pick up a first down and move the football to the 36.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Man tackled after a small pickup there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. With the catch, it's Bell. They stop him, but it's a first down. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
They'll try the option play here. Pitches to the back. Got space looking for the end zone here. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Well, this defense is being challenged. They're close to their own goal line, but how about this play? All 11 guys coming together. They stood firm. The result is a short loss for the offense. Nice job.
Backed up to the 5-yard line now for 2nd and goal. Hand off inside, looking for the touchdown. Tackle way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
The defense there showed incredible discipline on the backside contain, and that reverse wasn't going anywhere. Just textbook.
Launching one to the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in his zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Off the play fake on first down. Looking right, this one caught. That picks up a first down. We'll spot it at the 39.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
Just a small gain. Looking at 2nd and 9. Linebackers moving around trying to confuse the offense. Takes the handoff. It's Young. The offense facing a tough conversion here. 3rd and long from the 42. Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Catch made on the right side. They stop him at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Well, it's 3rd down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. They'll give it to the running back. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
He's swarmed by the defense.
Well, we saw a lot of this in the first half. They go right back to him again, and you can see the second half, that same trend continuing. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm rolling my coverage. Get a corner up in his face and put a safety back behind him. Some kind of double coverage to slow this guy down.
He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes him block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
2 backs now flanking the quarterback. Back now goes in motion. Defense will have to adjust. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Hunt over the middle. It's Young. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's 4th down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decide to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
An inside give now from the shotgun. And the broken tackle there produces a solid gain. We reach the end of 3 in this playoff game. Deadlock, a classic on our hands as we stop to check the game summary so far. Headed to the final quarter of this playoff game. Who's going to step up and make a difference here in this pursuit of a national championship? Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. That gain is good enough for a 1st down. Ball spotted at the 42.
And that's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. Don't forget, good blocking up front by the big fellas. And this running back, he just seems to have a nose for that 1st down marker. A few more runs like this, and he's going to be getting into a rhythm for sure.
And then 1st down, right back to the running game. It's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Important 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Taking a shot here. Oh, and it's intercepted. A critical late mistake here. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Oh, Chris, you're in the 4th quarter. It's a tie game, and you throw an interception. Oh, my goodness. I know it's obvious, but you just got to take care of the football. It's that simple. Now their opportunity to take the lead is lost, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Contact as he let the ball go. Oh, and it's intercepted. Terrible mistake late in the game.
Well, his quarterback's got to regroup. That's his 2nd interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Here comes the handoff. And he heads out of bounds after gaining a few yards. Second down after that run on the previous play. Back to throw. It's Warren. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. He stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a 1st down.
He'll hand it off. And he's able to find some running room. Nice pickup. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. The Wolverines looking to take advantage of the red zone trip here. Here's the option play. Pitch to the back. Will he score here? Touchdown, Michigan. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Well, that's an example right there of what vision and patience and ability can do for a running back. He was on a mission to get into the end zone, and really, he made it look easy.
PAT is up and good. They lead by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And it's fielded. Can the returner make something happen here? And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick on the very first play. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. And looking to throw now on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Haynes. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the first down.
With that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
First down play call. How aggressive will it be? The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. On the run, it's Haynes. That one moves the ball across the 40.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Again, makes it second and medium. Looking to throw. It's Milroe. He's moving out of the pocket. Looking to scramble now. And the junior decides to pick up the first down himself.
Boy, how many times do we see this late in the fourth quarter? You know the pass rush is going to be there. They're getting after him. They're getting upfield. They get a great push. But what do they create? Space in lanes. And he takes off and picks up a first down.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Grab down the middle. It's Law. Football comes out. Defense jumps on the ball. It's a turnover.
How about this defense flying in there trying to get their hat on the ball? They do, and they're able to pounce on it for a big turnover.
And the Wolverines offense is back on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. And he's able to find some room before they finally bring him down.
Now, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? They'll hand it off. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Just what a great battle here at the line of scrimmage. Good push by the offensive line, and the back does enough to be able to pick up the first down.
And the Wolverines have first and 10 here. They'll hand it off. The gain is 3. Now it's second down and 7.
Positive yards are always important for an offense, but at this stage in the game, late in the ball game, playing with the lead, you're thinking about working that clock and continuing to keep the ball in bounds.
We head now to the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to bleed out the clock and secure this win. Second down after that run on the previous play. On the ground, it's Edwards. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Big third down play. If they can't get the stop, they have to consider calling a timeout. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Touchdown, Wolverines. Strong game by this quarterback.
Well, that's why you practice right there, Chris. This offense had the pressure, the game on their back. They deliver, they get a touchdown, and now make this a two-possession game with under 2 to go. Like their odds of closing this game out.
Automatic on the PAT. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. The fumble the last time out symbolizing their struggles here today. That's why they're in a big hole. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. And that pass is hauled in over the middle. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play. They'll have to hurry now. Second down with the clock ticking. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Throws to the tight end. He's got it for a big gain. The stop made at the 45, but enough for a first down. They'll hurry to the line here with the clock running. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. They make the tackle, but not for a solid gain on that pass. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Fires it to the wideout. Finds a man downfield. That's a big gain to the right. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs for the offense after that first down completion. Looking to throw yet again. Grab behind the line. It's Young. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain. But there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Movement at the second level of the defense now. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. He takes it into the end zone, but a marker is down, so hold on here. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. And now they'll set up for the point after. The extra point is good. Cuts it to a 7-point game, 35-28. I believe they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team makes the recovery. The hands team does its job perfectly. And the Michigan offense comes back out on the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. The Wolverines just hoping to run this clock out here in the final minute. It's a 1-yard gain, 2nd and 9 coming up. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Second down after that run on the previous play. We'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Take it down, but not before he makes the first down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games, but you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.